As a teacher, as a coach, one of the things we learn in befriending literature is that it's very hard often to get people to do what you would like them to do. So you have a protege, or you have one of your pupils, or you have one of your team that you're training, and sometimes they just don't listen. The problem we often find is the way we are approaching them. It's not that they're resisting us. They do want to cooperate, but their way of cooperating, because they're so young and so experienced, is to try and do their own thing no matter what. How do we get them to listen to us effectively and take on board what we're trying to get over to them? The good stuff is going to make them go from good to great, or from great to fantastic. One of the great tools for motivational interviewing for coaches is the OARS approach. The O stands for an open-ended question, the A for affirmation, the R for reflecting an emotion, and the S for summarizing. Great, big deal. How does this work in practice? It tells the person we're training how to listen to us. It tells them that we're approachable. And it gets them to understand that we hear what they're saying, but we can take them to the next level if we can get close enough to them. This is how it works in practice. We open the conversation by an open-ended question. This is one to which the answer is never yes, no, or nothing. So, for instance, instead of saying, how did it go today from your perspective? And they say, fine. We say, what was good about today for you? What was not so good about today for you? What can't you wait to really try tomorrow of all the things you learned today? This brings out a whole sentence or a whole clump of sentences. The first thing we need to do is when they're talking to us is then go for the A, the affirmation. We find something immediately positive and good to say about what they said, such as, good, you got that. I'm so excited that you got that. Good for you. This tells them that the conversation that follows is going to be one where we approve of them, where we support them, where we want the best for them. We then follow it up immediately by reflecting an emotion. Every athlete has feelings, and often they complain we don't listen to them and we don't hear their feelings. What we do then is reflect the emotion. We find out, were they scared, frustrated, was this difficult for them? And we acknowledge that. We go straight in after saying it was good and say, and I heard how hard that was for you. I heard you were really struggling. Or I see how happy you are that you got it, and I love the fact that you got it. And then, of course, what do? We summarize the whole thing, because we tell them we're listening. We take the top 3 things they've said, and we reflect it back to them. So what I heard you saying, after I made you feel good, and after I found, yeah, I got the emotions in it, was that I heard you saying point 1, point 2, and point 3. Am I right? And of course, that tells them we listened, we heard them, and now it's back to them. It's a great way to put pressure on the athlete while they still feel good. And it's also a way, especially after they've failed, to say, number 1, what happened? Number 2, you were great in struggling against what you did. I got how hard that was for you emotionally, and I was listening, and this is what I've got to say to you. We put everything into the OARS approach, and they will know we're approachable, we know what we're talking about, we listen to them, we get their feelings. And that takes you as a coach from being great to being absolutely amazing in the eyes of the people that count, the people we're trying to create, recreate, and build.